to decorate for fall season. Making your own pumpkins give you the freedom to choose your own color scheme, the size of the pumpkin, and also can save you money, especially if you're planning to make several of them. The only problem that I have encountered while crafting with pumpkins are the stems. I have used cinnamon sticks. I also went to the woods looking for sticks from real trees, which is fun, like a scavenger hunt. And of course, you can reuse the stems from store-bought pumpkins, but that limits you to what you can do, and then you're left with stemless pumpkins. So I decided to make my own stem. In this video, I will show you 4 different methods of making the stems. And let me know which one is your favorite. Now I'm trying to make the stems, and I'm trying different ways, that way you have options, is to use clay. I'm gonna try to copy this one, and it will depend on the size of your pumpkin. If you have a bigger pumpkin, probably you want a thicker, bigger stem. I decided to use some pipe cleaners. That way, if I need to bend and give it a shape, it will stay. And of course, if you haven't done so, please remember to subscribe and like this video. It really encouraged me to keep making more content. I'm trying to make the ribs that the pumpkins have on their stem. Let's see, it's a beautiful afternoon here in North Carolina. That's why I want to work outside. I can actually feel the breeze of the first day of fall. Now I'm going to try to bend it a little bit. I thought this was gonna be easier. The second method is kind of like a paper mache. So what I'm using is strings from a bath tissue roll. I'm gonna see how this works. I used to work a lot with paper mache. So what I'm going to do is just make some strips out of the cardboard. And again, I am experimenting here. At the end, I will let you know which one was my favorite method to create a more realistic stem for the pumpkin, the easiest, the cheapest. So I am going to put bath tissue paper with a little bit of water, Elmer's glue or school glue. Some people like to put bleach so it will not get moldy. And a couple of tablespoons of flour. This is where it can get moldy, the flour. I'm gonna leave this open because since I am experimenting, I don't know if this is gonna work yet. This is messy. Maybe your kids would like to help. Okay, I did one around the pipe cleaner using pipe cleaners. I'm gonna get another strip of this paper. Yeah, this is falling apart. I don't even think my dog likes it.
I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so. No.
Nope. Oh my goodness. This is bad. This is a fail. Fail, fail, fail.
Maybe someday you'll have it your way. Maybe
For this method, I am perfecting the toilet paper, cardboard, paper mache method that I tried yesterday. And for this, I decided to use computer paper, printer paper. You can see my daughter's math problems in this paper, and wire. I used two different kinds of wire. The first one was stronger, but it's harder to bend and mold to the shape you want. I rolled that paper and put the wire inside, and then I kept rolling and rolling that computer paper around the wire so it gives it a little more rugged look. And you do that with several pieces of strip of papers and wire. And I decided to add some glue to the strip of paper so it doesn't come apart later on when I do the paper mache step. I also realized I don't need wire at the bottom of the stem because the bottom of the stem, it is a little bit wider. So the first ones I did that, but then I went back and I cut the excess off. And I made another paste with, I will say, 2 parts water, 2 parts flour, and 1 part school glue. And I mixed that. It was kind of a thick paste. And then I went ahead and covered each individual strip of paper and wire in that paste. I started rolling one strip of paper and wire with the other one, and then the third one. And that was my main part of the stem. As you can see at the bottom, I started to make the base a little bit wider. And then, because of course towards the bottom of the stem it is a little bit thicker, that's when I went back and I added 2 more, I think 2 or 3 more, depending again on the pumpkin I had in mind. And you start that, I will say, at the bottom half to start forming that stem. Now this method is easier to handle, it's neater, it doesn't get as messy. Also, it doesn't take as much time to dry as the one with the cardboard because I did not have to use as much paste or as much water. For the last one, before I even started doing the step with the paper mache, I used a little pen and I just rolled the wire around the pen to make it more curly. But we have one more method that I wanted to show you. Now this is the fastest and the easiest. You will need a glue gun, your glue stick, and a pipe cleaner. So what I did is I folded the pipe cleaner in half, and then the leftover I started to make it into the bottom of the stem, and kept, the more you twist it, the better the chance that it will not come apart later on. Then you get your glue gun and you start adding layer after layer of that glue that is going to stiffen or harden, and once that dries, you can keep adding more glue to it. I'm sorry my hand is shaking so much because I wanted to do this quickly to show you, and the glue was still cold. The glue gun was still too cold. So I really had to press that glue gun for the glue to come out. It is a little bit messy with the glue, but it's so fast and so quick. And you are going to see that the end result, even if it doesn't look right now like it's working, it is pretty nice. It looks very gnarly. Now make sure you cover each section. Sometimes it's hard to see if you left a gap either on the pipe cleaner or in the openings because it's a clear glue stick. Actually, you can use any color of glue stick you have because I am going to spray paint this later on and you're gonna cover every single part. But you can see this is the fastest method. And if you wanna make a bigger stem, use more pipe cleaners and use more glue. Okay, so my pumpkin tops are dry. I'm going to spray paint them with brilliant gold. This is a metallic color. Okay, let's talk about the different methods in which one I like the best. Let's first talk about the failed ones.
I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so.
These I don't like that much, but they are at least a good option. This is the one that I did with the clay, and also I don't know if it's gonna crack or break apart if it falls. This is a bigger one. Okay, now these ones are the ones that I did with toilet paper. You can see it's not bad, but there is not much you can do. This is my least favorite of all of them. Now let's talk about these ones. This is the one with the glue gun. What I like about this one is that it looks like gnarly. You see that? It actually looks like it's an old pumpkin tail, branch, whatever. But it's not bad. This is a good solution, and this is the fastest one because you don't have to wait for it to dry. It's almost done. As soon as the hot glue dries, you're ready to go. Not bad. These are my favorite ones because I used wire. Now with the thinner wire, it was much better. Look at this one. Do you see how you can do the little curls at the end? It doesn't look as gnarly. I guess you can work and perfect this technique. It only took a couple of hours to dry, but you can make them bigger and smaller, and they are very easy. I feel comfortable telling you this is one of the easiest ones to work with. And once you see them on top of the pumpkins, you'll be able to make your choice. Now let me know which one is your favorite. I am revising the one that I did with the glue gun because I love the gnarly look of it. So I'm adding a little bit more wire, and I'm gonna add a little bit more of hot glue. I was going to use this one for the white pumpkin, and it doesn't look bad, but it's a little bit too thick for my liking. So since I told you about combining the two methods, I say why not try it now? So I'm gonna add a little bit more and work to add to the stem, make it just a little bit thicker. Beautiful. I love how it turned out. It looks like it has been weathered for many years. So now we're gonna add it. I always check what's the best one. I think like that. If you want to see how I made this pumpkin, it was super easy with a loom. I'll have the video link in the description box. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. And as we say here in the South, happy fall, you all.